Let me have a look at the question first. This is question 7. Okay. What do you want actually? Okay. First of all, I just want to know what is your problem with this question? What actually you want to know?
The theory question at the end. Like
2017. Yeah. The theory question. Okay. So this is talking about probability density function, correct, class? So there's a lot of things that you have to remember. Okay. So you want me to explain part C. Okay, using the information from part A and part B, state the distribution you will expect to have which one have the largest standard deviation, correct? Okay. First of all, what do you mean by standard deviation? Okay, what do you mean by standard deviation? When we count standard deviation, correct? Okay, so there are two formula. So for this probability density function, when we want to find the standard deviation, we use this formula, correct? Square root of integrate from whatever value of x that they give you. Okay, whatever value of x that they give you. For the first case is 0 to 4, x squared fx dx. Then take away the mean square, correct? And the mean, you are using this formula, correct? So that means when we use this formula, we are talking about how much is deviate from the mean. Okay, how much is deviate from the mean? Correct or not? So if you look at part B and part A, part BA, they have the same probability, correct? They have a constant probability density function. For part B, they have different probability functions. So if you look at discrete, this formula will go in this way. This is your X, this is your P. So the probability does play a very important role. So you see the probability will play a very important role in determine the standard deviation. Hello? You get me? So that's why I say B will have the greatest standard deviation because their probability is not constant. Can or not? Hello?
Wait, can you repeat one more time?
Okay, because the probability is not constant. For A, the probability density function is a constant. That is your fx is equal to, and the value of A in this case is 1 over 4, right? But for part B, correct, the probability density function, okay, the fx, if the question asks you for fx, so you look, it will have two different formula. It will have two different formula, correct? Okay, the B is half. So for the first part, okay, please class, please remember, they may ask you to find the function, okay? So this is half, this is 2. So the first equation will be the gradient for this straight line the gradient is equal to negative half over 2. That is negative 1/4. Okay, so it will be negative 1/4 x plus half for x between 0 and 2. Okay? Yeah. Then for 2 onward, this gradient, I think this one go down, it will be 1/4 x minus half for x between 0 and 4. So that's why the probability density is not constant. So the deviation will be greater. So please, class, you need to remember how to get the equation. Still remember in our SAT? Would that be okay? Hello? Justify your answer means you count. No? When we count, is it correct? Rush, are you okay? The rest, are you okay?
Slowly digesting, Chair.
Yeah, so it's because one is a constant probability, the other one is not. The probability of the extreme is higher. This one is constant. You see, the probability of the extreme is higher. The probability vary from, is it 1/4 to 0? Oh, this is 1/4, not half. Oh, should be half to 0. It's half to 0. My error, I should write half, not 1/4. You can try to count. Do you try to count?
Chair, is it too much trouble for you to show the mathematical proof to get half?
Huh?
Can you show varying from
How
half
to count the
0?
standard deviation for part B?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to count the standard deviation for part B, you have to have the equation. So the standard deviation will go like that. Okay, I will count the standard deviation for you. The standard deviation for part B will be equal to square root of integrate. Can you key this into y1 and key this into y2? Okay, 0 to 2 y 1 times x squared dx plus 2 to 4 y2. You want to put x squared in front also can, up to you, okay? Dx, then minus the mean square. What is the mean? Can someone count the mean? Can someone count the mean? From part A, we have the standard deviation already, okay? Do you have the mean? Okay. What you can do is, if you want, you can integrate, also have to break into two parts. Or, okay, integrate from 0 to 2 x y1 dx plus integrate 2 to 4 x y2 dx, the whole thing square. Okay, let's count. Okay. Everyone, are y'all counting? Okay. This one I got 6. Take away. What is the mean? The mean is 2. So the whole thing is square root of 2. So it's higher. Yeah, lo? So it's higher, lo, 1.414. For
Okay, thank you,
A,
Grace. More
yeah?
easy to understand now.
For A, that's why I say, but when they say show the evidence, you have to explain. What you need to do is, if you don't want, then you calculate, no? So next time when you do the things, that is how you work it out. So you have to remember, yeah. Because of the formula, you see, it depends on the probability. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you, Teacher.
So for this part, okay, I will advise everyone go through our SAT, whereby I ask you to form the formula. Okay, or I give you different formula here. Still remember? And you can spike up that one. So you better take notes of that, because if you look at 2019, this is 2017. So you see, 2017 question, correct? 18 don't have, 19 don't have, I don't think so. It's not this style of nature. 20 also don't have forming formula. 21 also don't have. So this year, so you better learn how to write down the formula. Because it's straight line, you definitely know how to do formula. Then if I want to write the probability density, they can say based on the graph above, write the probability density function. Create the probability density function for the situation above. So that is how you do equation of a straight line. And here you put 0 otherwise. Okay. Still remember in the textbook, you can go to the textbook, you can go to textbook page. Okay, teacher is more familiar with the textbook than you, correct? Chapter 8. You go to your chapter 8. Yeah, you look at page textbook, page 231. You see or not? There are different type of formula. So straight line, they can ask you to do the formula. They can ask you to sketch the graph. They can give you the probability density function, then sketch the graph. Okay? Got it? Okay, any other question? (2018) final question 14. Okay, everyone go to 2018. Okay, wait for me. I download first. 2018. Question 14, part 2. Okay, question 14. Part 2. Which part? A, B, C. D, part 2. Okay, D, part 2. Okay, let me get the question first. Question 14. I have to read the question first. Oh, this is talking about the probability also. Or just part D. Okay. This is talking about the, you will have to give me some time to read the question again. So this is a binomial distribution, correct? Calculate the value. Okay, now to be successful in this test, the least subject must make, the test subject must make at least K correct identification, where K is chosen so that the chance of being successful by the random identification of the system is less than 2.5. Calculate the value of, calculate K, the minimum value of K. Support your answer with probability calculation correct to 4 significant figure. So what you need to do, okay, can anyone suggest to me how to do this question? Can anyone suggest to me? I mentioned before.
Trial and error.
Yes. Yes, Wingshen.
Can we do trial and error?
You do try and error, can, why not? Hello? Yeah, you can do try and error. Do you see I'm doing try and error? So I just want to let you know for binomial distribution, correct? For binomial distribution, if they ask for, okay, if I have my X as a binomial distribution, N, P. If they ask for N, P, or R, because we have the binomial distribution probability, correct? X greater than R. Okay, they ask for all this. You do by try and error. Okay? Can or not? That is the way to do. You don't have to do, I do by try and error. You see or not? Yeah. And you have to remember greater than R, this is 1 minus probability of X less than or equal to R. And this can use binom CDF. So these are a lot of things that we have to remember. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions?